Have you ever been having a perfectly normal day, and then out of nowhere your brain plays a highlight reel of something humiliating you did years ago? Not a happy memory. Not a proud moment. The time you said the wrong name. The time you waved at someone who wasn't waving at you. The time you tripped or misspoke or tried to be funny and it landed like a brick. And even though it happened a long time ago, your body still reacts like it just happened. So why do embarrassing moments stick so much harder than happy ones? Why does your brain keep perfect, high-definition archives of your worst social moments but forgets half of your good days? Here's what's going on. First, embarrassment is a social alarm system. Humans didn't evolve just to survive weather and predators. We evolved to survive other humans. For most of human history, being accepted by the group wasn't nice to have. It was safety. It was food. It was protection. So your brain treats social mistakes like threats. Embarrassment is the feeling that says, careful, you might lose status, you might lose belonging. And when something feels like a threat, your brain pays attention. Second, negative events get priority processing. Your brain has limited storage and limited attention, so it has a filtering system. And that filter is biased. Bad news gets through faster than good news. Not because your brain is trying to ruin your day, but because from a survival perspective, it's smarter to remember what can hurt you than what can make you comfortable. If you forget a pleasant afternoon, nothing terrible happens. If you forget the thing that made the group judge you, you might repeat it. So your brain keeps the embarrassing clip just in case. Third, embarrassment is high arousal, and that strengthens memory. Think about what happens during embarrassment. Your heart rate spikes. Your face gets hot. Your stomach drops. Your attention narrows. That cocktail of stress and emotion tells your brain, this matters. Save it. Emotional intensity works like a highlighter for memory. Happy moments can be intense too, but many happy moments are calm, warm, safe, soft. Embarrassment is sharp. It spikes you, and sharp spikes get recorded. Fourth, your brain replays embarrassment to prevent it from happening again. This part is annoying, but it's not random. When you replay an embarrassing moment, your brain is basically running a simulation. It's asking, what exactly went wrong? What should we do differently next time? It's the same reason you might replay a mistake at work or a dangerous moment while driving. Rehearsal is how the brain tries to protect you. So when you're lying in bed and suddenly remember that awkward thing you said in 2014, your brain isn't trying to punish you. It's trying to train you. The problem is, it uses shame as the teacher. Fifth, happy moments don't always get the same rehearsal. Embarrassing moments get replayed without your permission. Happy moments often don't. Unless you intentionally revisit them, photos, journaling, telling stories, your brain may not loop them as much. And memory is like a path in grass. The more you walk it, the clearer it becomes. Embarrassing moments get walked over and over, so the path becomes a highway. Happy moments might be real and meaningful, but if you don't revisit them, the path fades faster. Sixth, you remember embarrassment because it's connected to identity. Embarrassment is often about who you were in front of others. It's not just, I dropped something. It's, I looked foolish. That hits your self-image. And anything tied to your identity gets stored deeper, because your brain uses those memories to build a model of, who am I, and how do people see me? So the memory sticks, not because it's important in your life story, but because it felt important to your social standing in that moment. Now here's the twist. Most of the embarrassing moments you replay, other people barely remember. They were busy being the main character in their own story. They noticed, maybe, then they moved on. But your brain doesn't store memories based on what other people actually remember. It stores memories based on what felt dangerous to you. So what do you do with this? First, name what's happening. When the memory pops up, instead of fighting it, try saying, my brain is doing threat rehearsal. That simple label can reduce the punch. Second, zoom out. Ask, what did this moment teach me? If there's a lesson, take it. And if there's no lesson, if it's just a normal, human, awkward moment, then the replay isn't useful anymore. Third, practice balancing the archive. If embarrassment is sticky because it gets replayed, then happiness becomes sticky when you replay it too. Not forced positivity, not pretending everything is perfect, just giving your brain more evidence that life is not only mistakes. Tell the story of a good moment. Write it down. Revisit it. Because the brain doesn't only remember what happened, it remembers what you return to. So yes, your embarrassing moments are louder in your memory than your happy ones. But that doesn't mean they're more important. It just means your brain is biased toward protecting you socially. And once you realize that, the memory becomes less like a sentence and more like a signal you can thank, learn from, and let pass. Have you ever thought about how many of your most embarrassing moments would look completely harmless if someone else did them? Because that's usually the truth. And your brain just forgot to update the file.